Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. We got a fun one for you today. We're going to do something a little bit different. Kind of had a good idea on this one. So today we've got for you a 1995 Buick Park Avenue ULTRA, according to the wizard. Hey, so this is an 89,000 mile car, and it's a car that I got shipped in, I think from Kentucky. And, you know, we show you guys all of our gems, you know, like that absolutely gorgeous Grand Marquis right there, and that Mustang 84 anniversary GT. I got videos coming up on these two guys, 40,000 miles on that Mustang, one family from new, and just a mint condition Mercury. But, so bought this car, saw it posted, 89,000 miles, and I knew about the damage here. You know, and so had it shipped in, and it comes in, you know, pretty much Hooptie status. So, you know, we're going to show you two sides of the business and a little bit of a different take. So I kind of got the idea, why not show you, you know, I show you my gems, why not show you a Hooptie? And just kind of goes to show you, I mean, not everything always goes to plan. Now, this car is still a good car. It's still viable. It still is going to be the right car for somebody. And, but you know, but it's just, not the car that, I had, expected. and, you know, and I mean, the seller, I mean, they weren't really overselling it, but at the same time, they didn't really, you know, they sent me some pictures, and nothing really showed. It looked really good in the pictures, but it's just the way it goes sometimes. That's why I do these videos. So something like this doesn't happen to my customers. But anyhow, so this car has obviously, it's a clean title car, but it's obviously had accident or accidents. And I'll go around and kind of show you the car. But I just thought it'd be fun. I actually, you know, because this car's on our website. You can go to the website. We got a link to the website in the description. We always put the link to the website in the description, and the prices are all on the website. The only time we don't have a price is if it's a car that's going on the auction site or something like that. You know, you can't put a price if it's going up for auction. But otherwise, we pretty much price everything out on there. So you can go there, look at the price, but it's going to be a cheap Hooptie for somebody. I've actually got a lot of people inquiring about the car, and I've kind of told them, you know, hey, this car, it's kind of more, I would call this a local car for me, you know, but I've got a lot of people interested in the car still, because I mean, these are pretty neat cars. And you know, somebody that's just looking for a winter beater, or just a daily, or a work car, cheap school car, you know, there's still a purpose for this car. So we're going to kind of take you around a tour of this car and show you its imperfections and flaws. We'll do a little walk around here, and we're just going to do a quick overview on this car. I've got a lot of people that are actually inquiring about the car, you know, and I thought, well, you know what, heck with it. Let's just go ahead and do a quick little video on it. And then that way I can just send all the people who are interested in the car the YouTube video, and, you know, best represent the car. You know, video is more accurate than pictures, and then I can explain everything, and so they will know exactly what it is that they're buying. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. So first thing you can see, we've got some clear coat issues. Something about this right here too is I see all these videos, and I've been wanting to experiment with this, but if you type in clear coat failure repair on YouTube, lots of people showing you how to take these, and they'll sand it and then re-clear it, and it's amazing the results that I've seen. It's a fairly simple process. I haven't done it yet, but you know, this would be a good candidate actually for that. It'd be a good test mule. But anyway, headlight looks good. Grille looks nice. No damage on the metal, no hail or anything on it. Looks pretty good. And then here was like, you know, this is what I expected on the car. You know, the damage right up here in this corner, it's pretty minor. Just kind of went above the bumper, pushed the little chrome trim back, and the little filler piece is a little bit bent. Headlight still looks like it's square and intact. And I mean, that would all really kind of just be able to be massaged back into place, honestly. I don't think it's too much of an issue. That's what I was planning on dealing with. But you can see we got some clear coat failure on the fenders as well. Looking at the tires here, we got some Pirellis. This is kind of funny right here. We've got some Pirellis, and you know, they're not bald, but the funny thing is, let me see if I can get my light out here. So David, my manager here, he's been, I had him drive the car and kind of check it out. So they're all matching tires, but they all have different date codes. This one is from 16, and I think he said there's one from every year, 16, 17, 18, and 19. I think is what he said. There was a tire for every year. I thought that was kind of interesting. They're all the same, but they're 1 year different. I think so. This is the oldest tire. Little scuff right here on the fender. Looks like somebody had a dangling mirror and was driving it. It scuffed the paint right there. That a lot of that will buff out, but still though, that's, you got a little, looks like they had a swinging mirror at some point in time. Windshield's not broken. A couple cracks in the dash you can see from up here. That top dash pad piece. A few pits in the windshield. Windshield's actually not too bad. Again, we've got clear coat failure on the roof. Sunroof works, tilts and slides. You know, so pretty much everything on this car, you know, the paint, every panel's kind of got some issues. But then here's where the car went, for me, as far as it went, you know, took it from a, hey, something simple and make this a really nice car, well, this is gonna be a local car. So you can see right here, there was some damage in this quarter panel, and you can see there's a chunk of Bondo missing. And so that right there, obviously the car has been hit right here. They repaired this quarter panel. The door opens and shuts okay. The gap's a little bit tight right there. You know, so just a basic body shop repair, not your your 5-star body shop repair. Let's put it that way. I don't know how to phrase it. But so this quarter's been painted. You can see some sanding marks in here and everything. Another look at the roof. So this quarter right here has been worked. I don't think the door was damaged, just the quarter panel. Here's our trunk lid. Paint's kind of on it. You know, from a distance, the car actually looks pretty decent. But you know, again, you know, there's an old saying, there's a butt for every seat. To coin an old car type of saying here. A little bit of a misaligned gap here on the deck lid. So it looks like the deck lid actually could just be adjusted a little bit to adjust that gap. Tail lights look good. Rear bumper, I mean, it's good, but I mean, it's got plenty of issues. A little gap right there, some paint fading there. Chrome's not that nice, and so on and so forth. Antenna's broken, radio works, antenna's broken, and David made a list for me. I'll go over that. Actually, I'll just drop a picture of the list that it needs. When I get in the car, I'll drop a picture of the list that David's cheat sheet list, and so you can see everything that he has noted on the car. Here is our other tire. There's that tire there. Looking at the right side. Right side's not too bad. It's all pretty decent shape down the right side. Nothing major to note on the right side. Scratch on the fender right there. Here's the front tire. See, the tires are all, they're kind of old, but they're serviceable, kind of, sort of. There's the other corner of that bumper. Clear coat on the fender. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll pop the hood for you. All right, got the hood popped. And looking in under here. So this thing runs well. Valve covers are leaking, so you can smell a little bit of oil. You know, I think maybe more on the back side, kind of dripping on the exhaust. Looks like the belt is not cracked. It's not new, but it's not holed. What you want to look at the rib side right there. And usually when it's turned inside out like that, you can see cracks on it. I don't see any cracks, so actually the belt doesn't look too bad. Hard to see the alternator one. Looks okay. There's your battery. The good side of this car, you know, besides all of the cosmetics, is this car actually runs and drives very well. I just drove it over here. Actually, it's the first time I've driven it, when I drove it over here to shift to check it out. But I'll give you some more detail when we're driving the car of what my experiences are. But not too bad under the hood. Like I said, just needing valve cover gaskets. There is a check engine light that kind of comes and goes. What are we looking at under here? I don't know. It's been raining, but we do have some wetness under here. Probably valve cover gaskets leaking down, just like on Hooptie's new Park Avenue that he just took to Wizard. They've both done videos on these cars. So everybody's probably looking into Park Avenues right now. So let's go ahead and jump inside real quick. Interior is actually in good shape. Like I said, it's a fairly low mile car, 89,000 miles. So look in here. There is your controls. I tried to adjust my mirrors and neither mirror adjusted. I'll check the windows when I get in and drive it. Right now I just kind of look at cosmetics. And here's the VIN number. Always like to get that in the videos. And here is the seat. And actually the interior is in good condition. It smells, it actually smells like a Buick. It smells like it should. Doesn't have any bad odors to it. The carpets are in decent shape. We haven't detailed this car. All we did was wash and vac it. You know, we're not going to put any time or any money into this car. It's going to be basically a project Hooptie car, and kind of as it is. Center console, a little leather there, cup holder. But I don't know, I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you this car. We're going to go ahead and fire it up. Close the door. There we go. And like I said, actually runs pretty good. Here's your radio. Little Steve Winwood there. Turn that down. I don't know if the cassette or CD works. I think the climate control is working. The AC does not work, but I think the heater is working. There's our mileage, 89,036, but there you go. Little bit of an exhaust rattle. Just a little bit of a noise. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Let's see if I can open the door here. And there's also a little bit of a belt squeak. Yeah, you hear that rattle. What that sounds like to me is the converter might be rattling inside the case a little bit. Fairly common on old cars. The interior of your mirror is sitting right here. I'm not sure why it won't stay up, but it doesn't stay up. Let's see what's in the glove box. There's some stuff in the glove box. And again, you can see the top of the dash is cracked, the little top piece, but the red piece is actually pretty good. And I'll just go ahead and show you everything over here from the side. Door panel over there is good. Here, I guess we'll check the windows. Right front, right rear, left front, left rear. Okay, all the windows work. And the sunroof, I checked it, and it does work. Slides and tilts. There we go. Well, doesn't want to park, so you got to kind of manually park it. And here is the sunshade. Looks like it's okay. And go ahead and get the rest of the interior for you. Like I said, this is kind of a quickie. Passenger seat is very nice. And the carpets are in good shape. It would clean up pretty well, actually. Temperature control. Got the steering wheel controls and everything. And then looking at the back. Door panels are good. Seats. Everything looks pretty good in the back. Go ahead and pop that trunk for you. I think there's a trunk pop right here. Yep. Or wait a minute. Release off. I think that's the kind of lockout. Go ahead and open it with the key. So your little belt squeak there. Here's a little better view of the rear, of the interior from the rear. We washed it, got a little bit of water on it from spraying out the door jambs. But actually, man, these seats are super comfortable too. I love the styling, I love the design. It's actually a really nice car to drive. Go ahead and pop the trunk. like there is some sort of extra mirror for some reason. Power antenna is unplugged, so it does not work. Carpet's a little bit loose. Let's see if we got any spare. See what we got here. Oh, there's our Space Saver spare. So there's our look in the trunk, and the power closure actually still works. All right, let's go ahead and take it for a drive, and I'll go over the list of what it needs. Actually, one more thing I wanted to cover on this car, and that's kind of an important thing on this car. But actually, it's another reason, one thing where this car is pretty good. There is no rust on this car. Very clean, no rust. Even like show you the door jams. See, so I've actually got people up in the Rust Belt states looking for cars like these. But it is a nice, clean, rust-free car. Wanted to show you that. All right, we're buckled into the Buick Ultra. Okay, like I said, the radio is working there. All right. Lights all work. So I was looking at David's notes, and I'll go ahead and post a picture of David's notes here, so you can see from David's notes what is going. Covered most of it. He said the horn doesn't work. It's unplugged because it goes off if you plug it in. Valve cover gaskets, traction control light is on. Actually, the check engine light comes and goes. It was on when I drove over here, and now it's off. So OBD1, so we don't have our scanner to hook up there. Power mirrors don't work. The windows all work. Sunroof works. I think he said something about the seat. Something is not working on the seat. Let's try it out here. Do some of this stuff before I get moving. And it feels like switches or something. I don't know. Let me look at this button. But so I'm gonna fire it back up here. But anyway, so I've been sitting here idling, and everything's good. The temperature's good because I've been sitting here idling a while. So on the seats, I finally got myself oriented with the seats right here. So none of the seats controls work, but when you hit, I don't know if you can hear it or not. There's clicking. You get the same, and even the mirrors. So every button that I push, I'm gonna turn the car off and see if we can hear it. Okay, you ready? So every button I push, there's just a clicking underneath the seat. So I don't know if that's just a relay. Let's try the locks. And locks I don't think work. Fire it back up. Let's try them again. Yeah, power locks are not working. Headlights are working. They're coming on. So they're all good. I can see how they're dimming out the dash. So anyway, seats, and all this steers in and out, but there's just a clicking underneath the seat like a relay. So I don't know if it's a bad ground or what. Like I said, there is the mirror, and but AC does not work, but I believe the heater does. Let's go ahead and kind of try it out here. I hear the blower motor running, fan. There we go. Okay, so airflow, there's the floor. Okay, I have heat on the floor. Let's raise the airflow mid. Okay, there's the vents. Airflow is working on the vents. And windshield. Okay, hey, so that is all of the functions are working. So I go to automatic here, change our temperature back to about 70 here. Let it, it looks like it's kind of doing its thing. It just, the AC is not charged. So there is our sunroof. You have to park it manually. See, we've got manual tilt, so that's easy enough. Got that going. And traction control lights on. Here's some more lights or whatever. You said the trunk light, the trunk button doesn't work. It doesn't pop manually. All right, well, I think we're ready to go for a drive. All right, we're strapped in and the traction control is off, but by default. don't have to do it. But 225 horsepower, 275 foot-pounds on this guy. So these are awesome. The supercharged 3800 is awesome. So I drove it into town, but what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get it up on the highway. Let's see how it does. The suspension actually feels really good. I don't feel like the rear is sagging. I haven't checked the compressor. It seems like I might have heard it come on, but I think the rear air ride is working. That's my point. The car is riding good. It doesn't feel bottomed out, but I'm not 100% sure. But we're gonna go ahead and just take it up on the highway and see how its highway manners are. The brakes feel good. The suspension feels Buick. It doesn't feel bad, but it feels, fairly soft, but I think that is pretty much the nature of the beast. A little teeny bit of noise from the blower motor. Like there's a leaf or something stuck in it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those playing card in the bicycle wheel kind of things. I gotta kind of move my head for the mirror. Maybe mirrors should adjust. Yep, there we go. Need to adjust your mirrors, just go old school, push on it. All right, got my mirror adjusted. Since I don't have a rear view mirror, kind of a pain. But like I said, this car is priced accordingly. Go ahead and take it for a spin here. Do my little loop. All right. Looks like I got pole position coming up here. And she's off. Wow, great power. No hesitation whatsoever. So let's hit this big dip up here. We always have this on-ramp dip here. Let's see how it handles. Pretty floaty. Woo! Yep, it's just floating along. I mean, I don't think the suspension's bad, but it's definitely floaty. I don't hear any rattles. I don't feel any rattles, no clunks. It's actually driving very well, very straight. It's not shaking. From a driving standpoint, I'm actually very pleased with the car. Sounds like I don't have my sunroof parked all the way. A little bit of on the braking, just a teeny tint of pulsing on the braking. Could be tires, could be rotors. And like I said, it's just a floating along, doing its land yacht thing. See how it corners here. All right, no squealing. Let's give her some gas here. Definitely good power. Transmission shifts really well, smooth. There's no slipping, no shuddering. Actually, on nothing. When I got it up on the on-ramp there and got up to speed, it went through all the gears. I didn't notice anything on it. And this is kind of a rough road back here, but the old the old torque lift and squat. Here's a big old dip right here. It's a big one. Woohoo! Suspension's, it's pretty soft, and there's a little bit of oscillating after the fact, but not as to where I would say the car was dangerous or undrivable or anything like that. I think it's perfectly fine. Yeah. So I think we covered most everything on the car, the flaws, the issues, and like I said, check that list there in case I forgot something, because I just kind of read it and went by memory. So I think she is pretty good other than that. Let's see how it runs here from the stop. The idle is pretty smooth. I smell a little bit, now that I've been driving it in full temperature, I can smell a little bit of oil burning on the exhaust manifold. Kind of noted that. Let's give some gas here. There it goes. Oh, good old 3,800 supercharged torque. So there you have it, folks. 95 Buick Park Avenue Ultra. Oh, look us up, Euroasianauto.com. Link to the cars in the description. And like and subscribe and hit that notifications button, because you never know when you might have your next dream car or hoopty. Have a great day and happy motoring.